Joining me now is comedian and host of Primetime with Alex Stein on Blaze TV, Alex Stein himself. Let's start with the curious timing of former President Joe Biden's cancer diagnosis, and there have been no shortage of experts coming out to dispute the claims that the cancer was discovered just in recent days.
I'm a prostate cancer patient. I work on the board of the Prostate Cancer Foundation. I know a lot about this illness. I've treated it for 40 years. And when I saw them say, hey, we found a nodule, already my spidey sense was up because we really don't do the digital rectal exam anymore. We follow the PSA. And we found this nodule and, oh my goodness, he's got metastatic disease. I thought, no, it does not pass the sniff test. If indeed he was diagnosed, say, a couple of years ago, and he has metastatic disease, he would be subjected to something called androgen deprivation therapy. That's the treatment for his condition. And they're trying to avoid saying that he's been on that for a while because some of the common side effects include muscular wasting and muscular instability and falls and cognitive slowing and fatigue. We've seen that evolve over the last 2 years. And so my suspicion is he's been on androgen deprivation therapy, and they've known about this for a long time.
Alex, are we really to believe that the President of the United States was not having regular checkups, regular blood tests, and they discovered this cancer at this late stage?
Well, Rita, I think it's pretty obvious that they had to have some sort of prior knowledge about, this terrible diagnosis for President Biden. And I think it was actually Laura Loomer who reported that they might have, found this cancer diagnosis when he was on, Air Force One heading from, I think it was Las Vegas, back to Washington, D.C. Now, that's not confirmed, but I think it's obvious that they probably had prior knowledge of this cancer. And I don't know how
I would think if they had prior knowledge well before that, Alex. I mean, from what I'm understanding from experts in the field, these sort of regular blood tests would show this up many years ago. And we played a video last night from around 2 years ago when Joe Biden said on stage about having cancer, and his people said he was a gaffe, but it seemed to be a pretty clear statement. He even attributed the cause. He was talking about the pollution in the area where he grew up. But already, Alex, the push is on from Democrats and their propaganda arm to go easy on Joe Biden given this diagnosis. Let's have a look at CNN.
His medical condition now, his announced medical condition now, do you believe that silences or delays a lot of conversations about his, last year and a half of his presidency for now?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think those conversations are going to happen, but they should be more muted and set aside for now as he's struggling through this.
Alex, do you agree that conversations about Biden's cognitive issues should be muted now?
Well, I think we should have these tough conversations, but Rita, the real elephant in the room is I wouldn't have been surprised if they didn't want, something tragic to happen to Joe Biden, so they could have put Kamala Harris in. I think it is very weird, that they were talking about this 2 years ago, and that now they magically bring it up. So I think we just need to talk about the presidency honestly about what he just did for the past 4 years, but also be respectful of this horrible thing that's happening to him. So it's a delicate tightrope to walk, but I think we can walk it, and we should be able to criticize his presidency while also being empathetic to this horrible diagnosis.
Now, let's have a look at this character. This is Dr. Kevin O'Connor, Joe Biden's White House physician. He repeatedly declared the president was fit and well, mentally and physically fit to serve. He probably has some questions to answer there, Alex, but what of the decisions that Joe Biden made when he was cognitively unsound, perhaps depleted even further due to intensive treatments? In his final days, we know he pardoned a bunch of people, including his son Hunter and Dr. Anthony Fauci. The head of the Justice Department's Weaponization Working Group, Ed Martin, posted this. He said, the integrity of the American pardon system requires that we examine the Biden pardons and who did what. We will get to the bottom of it. Count on us. Are those pardons in peril now, Alex?
Well, from the research that I've done, it's very hard to overturn a pardon, but they had an auto pin presidency. Joe Biden was not in control. They had his signature. They had the ability to put it on any sort of document or any sort of pardon that they wanted. So will we get any retribution? I highly doubt it. But some of the judges that were getting kickbacks and putting juveniles in prison, those judges, those corrupt judges, should have never been pardoned. So it's a horrible injustice of what they did with the pardon system.
And the bizarre Hunter Biden pardon, which went into the future dates. I mean, that was something that Biden pledged he would not do, and he did it. Now, I want to play you a clip of a female soccer star. I've got to say, I've never heard of this character before. Her name is Ashlyn Harris, and apparently she is an exceptional person. Just ask her.
Know what it's like to live at the top, and the air is very thin, and I choose to be exceptional every single day. Like, it is literally a choice. Like, I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what it's like just to choose to be average. Like, I don't with average people. They make me uncomfortable. I don't like to be in the same rooms, in the same spaces. I think like it's contagious.
Wow. Alex, I thought that was satire, but apparently it's serious. What else can you tell me about this woman? Because I'm suddenly fascinated. She seems to be just cringe on steroids.
No, she's a genius. No, hey, listen, if you're not on her level, if you're not 100%, any amateurs around me, Rita, I agree, get out of here. I don't like to interact with anybody unless they're a millionaire. So no, she's on the right. Everything that she's doing is exactly correct. If you're not a millionaire, if you're not grinding every single day, you're not my friend. So I like where her head is at. I'm going to go follow her right now, Rita. We need more people that are more cutthroat like that. That's a problem in America. We're all too soft. We need some more vicious killers like Ashlyn.
Well, yeah, a goalkeeper, but apparently she is just one of the most exceptional people in the country, and I can see why you like her. She's kind of got that same shtick you do, but you do it as satire. She's doing it seriously, Alex. I've got to say, I'm a little bit concerned.
No, you're exactly right. Obviously, she's an athlete, and she probably has a big ego, but the women's soccer team, it wasn't that long ago where they got beaten by a bunch of under 16 men's players. So, these players are under 16 years old. So, I think they need to be check their ego a little bit, but she's a good player. You know what? She's competitive. I'll let it slide this time.
Just pretend to be humble, Alex. Just pretend to be humble, even if you're not. Alex Stein, thank you so much for your time tonight.